Now I'd like to welcome to the stage Aafke Kinemo from Tanzania, representing Howard University. Aafke.
Wow. Africa is rising. And this is more true as yesterday we witnessed Barack Obama. For me, that was the peak of today, of this whole fellowship. But what are we seeing today? And now as I stand in front of you, I'm reminded of one thing. I've had many opportunities, just like all of you in here, to get to where I am today. But not all of us are as lucky as the rest of the people out there. I'm particularly talking on behalf of the youth who live in rural areas. In Tanzania, just like in many other countries across Africa, there is a big gap between what we see in the rural areas and what we witness in the urban areas. This is what I'm talking about. Fewer and fewer opportunities keep on trickling down to the grassroots. And this is where 70% of our population live. What are we going to do for them? What are we going to make sure that these youth do not only aspire for greatness, but are able to impact their communities positively and make changes within their communities, and not just aspire to go to the towns and abandon their grassroots? I believe in the power of the people. I believe the people have the strength, have the capacity, have the ability to actually do a lot for the rest of the community. And this is why I believe in the power of the youth, because these are the workforce. These are the people who are going to move us to the next phase that we need to go to. Therefore, I say to myself, what are we going to do to them? Are we going to leave them in the market streets, waiting for the next big break, that is the big cities? I said no. What happens if all of them go to the urban areas? The rural areas will continue to be more isolated. Fewer services are going to go there because everybody will be in the big cities. Then I said, okay, how are we going to make sure that these people not only have the ability to stay in the rural areas, but also want to develop the rural areas? People are complaining. People are saying everything is found in the big cities. Then let us take these services to our people. Let us build community centers within our communities. After all, nobody knows better the problems our communities face than the people who live in them. Yes? So what will these centers be providing? These centers will be building the capacity of the people in those communities. They will be responsive to the needs of those communities they serve, not other people coming and instructing them on what they have faced in their communities and trying to implement them in those communities. We want our people to know that if they need to make sure that their youth have the opportunities to learn about agriculture, that are the agricultural opportunities that are available within that community, then they can say, okay, fine, let 5 of us come together and plant this farm. Next season, they can say, okay, fine, the rains are not going to be very good this year. What are we going to do? How are we going to make sure that we actually have surplus, not just to feed our families, but also to make that extra dollar to send the baby girl to school? That is what we want to see in our communities. We want to see people have entrepreneurship skills. We want to see that carpenter making a good bed to make sure my grandmother lives actually to sleep on a bed. Yes? Does anybody's grandmother sleep on the floor like mine? I want my grandmother to sleep on a bed that doesn't come from the town areas, because I know the youth have those skills. I know the youth have innovative ideas that will be responsive to their needs, and will be providing a platform for the youth to actually showcase these ideas. Not everybody needs to struggle meeting up with big businessmen who do not have the time to listen to them. We want to make sure that they are heard from their communities, and we want to make sure their communities are there to support them all the way. This is the vision I have for Africa. This is the dream I have for the youth, who are not heard and in most cases are ignored. And I'd wish for them to be heard, not just in their communities, but for these communities to come together as one, unite, and build the capacity of the youth to actually respond to the needs of those communities. Thank you.